Good afternoon, I'm Dr. CB, and it's March 23rd, 2008. I'd like to add a little bit more in my video diary today, get a little bit more in depth on the elaboration of my ideas. The idea I was talking about last night was an idea I had years ago. If we can take electromagnetic radiation and control it, what would happen? It would just repel light. And we know this through modern physics, and I believe that it is possible to actually control light and control electromagnetic radiation with experimenting with different types of square waves. I have not known of any types of experiments to actually prove this theory, but throughout my work in math, I believe it is possible to actually do it. We can control light rather than repel it. And even if we can repel it, there's other directions that we can go in as well. We can talk about optical photonic physics and the spectrum of light, how we can loop light parallelly, or in parallel format. So there's other directions we can go in as well and to understand the nature of our universe. That's what I plan on doing, is helping revolutionize the world and helping modern medicine as well as technology for the betterment of humanity, to help the world understand the nature of physics is my goal. There's electromagnetic geometrical patterns with light. It's possible that we can actually control those geometrical patterns of light to come up with new possibilities in physics. This concludes my video. I just wanted to add that throughout my endeavor of technology and learning, that's it. Hi, I'm Dr. Will, and it is precisely 12:55, March 23rd, 2008. I have my diode light with me to instruct the diagram I put together here on my whiteboard. Now, I'm going to talk today about the idea I had in my previous video on the loop laser. The idea is to get a longitudinal light stimulated emission laser light wave to penetrate point A and to emit at point B. Now, since I'm involving electromagnetic force fields here to repel the light, this is A, this is B, and this is C. I just want to make a straight line from point A to point B simply by not allowing, there's going to be repulsion here, repelling light in these sections of the electromagnetic coil of quartz. If I want to, I can add a proton to light and have the straight line go right through without any repulsion, but that's actually that's actually another idea I had, alleviating this whole idea with altogether. But the goal is to get to work a series. The goal is to get the straight line working in series and not parallel. It's very simple. An electromagnetic loop. I'm actually elaborating on the ideas as I talk. So this is a brief diagram I plan on putting together as an experiment in the future. The procedures are very simple. It includes basic diode laser and some very simple electromagnetic fields. And with those frequency analyzers I'm developing under software and hardware, I'm going to be able to, it's going to enable me to work throughout this type of experimentation and the electromagnetic spectrum of light. We're going to be working in the ranges of, I'm going to be working in the ranges of not any higher than, I'd say, a mega, which is a billion hertz, and a giga, which is mega is 1 billion, a giga is... Anyways, I'm going to be working in the ranges of a billion hertz, not any higher, because any higher than that is X-rays, and we don't want to exceed those limits, which it would take a very high amount of power to actually get to those limits of tera, peta, and exa, and zeta, and in those frequency ranges. So basically just radio waves to start off with. We can work on extending on those ideas later on in my project, but for now this concludes my brief diagram of the loop I came up with just last night and working on this morning. So this concludes my video. drwillphd, March 23rd, 2008. Hi, this is Dr. CB, PhD. It is March 23rd, 2008, and it is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought about this idea a little bit, and I want to make it clear that we are not talking about electrostatics. I am simply explaining a new theory of, regarding ambient light and what we can do to change the nature of physics of laser light, or just natural spectrum, the natural spectrum of light. Like I was mentioning earlier in my previous video, that if we add a proton to a laser beam and an ambient atmosphere, that's another idea that has to be looked at. It would simply ignore those 3 electromagnetic cylinders, and we would be able to control light by shrinking the light or inflating the light within that pyramid of laser light, the laser light loop. The goal is to get the laser light beam to run linearly in a line, a straight line, without any type of interference of repulsion or repelling the light. I want it to run in series rather than parallel. At the same time, I would like to build a program to operate that frequency analyzer I was talking about last night, to be able to control that process. This is it right here. I paid a few dollars for this at Value Village, and after I'm done building the computer for this system, it's going to operate those electromagnetic cylinders that I was describing back in my previous diagram. It's going to enable me to experiment with different types of audio frequencies, and to enable me to control the light beam, to shrink it and inflate it, and shrink it and inflate it. I just seen something else. If I was able to do that, it would benefit graphic technology, such as holograms, would be improved dramatically. We can exercise and stimulate those areas of science as well. Those are the areas that need to be looked at, because there's endless directions. We can follow up on this one theory, create one idea, and elaborate in all different directions of ideas. Thinking in parallel, we can throw ourselves off in other directions of science without interfering with that one idea. We can still do the same. This concludes my afternoon video. This is exactly what I wanted to say. I will keep you up to date on any new ideas I plan on creating in the future. So take care and have a great afternoon. Dr. CB.